Welcome back to my cave, once again, humans. I kinda wanted to make this video because I wanted to get something off my chest about furry hate and whatnot. I'll try to make this as brief as possible, but lately I've just been feeling frustrated towards it in general. Is there any particular scenario where it's basically sparked this up? Well, sort of, but I'd rather not go into it. But here is ultimately what my problem is. Other people are allowed to get offended by prejudice towards their culture or their race or their sexuality or whatever, but not furries. We just have to put up with it. It's not the same thing. It's no big deal. Furry prejudice never hurt no one. Oh, wait. It stings even worse because I feel like I'm the only person who takes offense to it. Not even other furries are willing to stand up against it. And that just makes me feel trapped inside. I'm sorry, but it's going to piss me off every time it happens. And yes, I've heard the arguments. Furries are all about sex and fetishes and whatnot. So many furries are pedophiles and beast fuckers and whatnot. Yes, those kind of people exist, but I'm just gonna say this right now. Any kind of bad person exists everywhere. Not just in the furry fandom. Beast fuckers exist outside the furry fandom. Pedophiles exist outside the furry fandom. And people who are just into really gross stuff, which really isn't even that big of a deal, yeah, they're outside the fandom too. Like, I go to this one forum for fat-related gaming, and most of the games there are human-centered, not furry-centered. Seriously, I know there are some purists who would disagree with this, but having a kink isn't a sin. Most people have one, even if they don't like to admit it. And frankly, I have to admit that I do have a soft spot for fat furs. I have a soft spot for big paws and trunks and characters that rap about how awesome they think they are. You'd be surprised. This kind of stuff happens outside the furry fandom, and it's perfectly normal. And yet, people like to zoom in on furries when it comes to that kind of stuff. And speaking of which, I have been seeing quite a few channels lately dedicated to the bad side of the fandom. Talking about all the beast fuckers and pedophiles and how furries are delinquents and whatnot. And while a lot of those people do deserve to be called out and infamous, dedicating your entire channel to this particular side of the fandom is not the way to go, in my opinion. All you are going to do is make people hate furries more because you're focusing on that one aspect that people already hate about furries and already have that bias built in their head, and then you zoom right in on it. All that's going to do is cause more hate for the fandom, not the individuals. I mean, once in a while, you could do something positive, maybe? I don't know. I just feel like it would be easier to advertise those bad people without ruining the name of the fandom itself if you focused on the good side as well as the bad. That's just my 2 cents about it. Like I said, didn't want this video to be too long. After all, I kinda wanted to do a review next, and I also wanted to get my next episode of The Hero and His Giant Fluffy Beast out there, if Minecraft would stop giving me the infinite save screen bug. And I've tried everything to fix that, and nothing has worked. Not even unplugging the PS4. I swear, it's on their end. But some people insist it's on my end, and I'm getting off track, so I'm just going to close the cave right now, and hope that some people can actually understand my frustration. Bye-bye!